This happened to me about a year ago. Our final exams were coming up, and I still had a lot of studying to catch up on. Normally, the school library closed at 5 in the afternoon, but during exam season, they kept it open until midnight so students could stay and prepare. My house wasn't far from school, so I preferred the quiet of the library over studying at home. That evening, I left around 6 and headed straight there. I got so deep into my books that I completely lost track of time. When I finally looked up at the clock, it was 10 o'clock at night. I had never stayed that late before. Usually I'd leave around 8, and even then there were still a few students around. But at 10, the library was completely silent. I only had about 15 minutes of work left, so I told myself, just finish and go home. I had my head down, almost done, when I heard something. A limping sound, slow, heavy, getting closer. I looked up. There was no one there. A chill ran straight through me. Without thinking, I grabbed my bag and walked out as fast as I could. Outside was a long corridor. At the end of it, you turned right to reach the school exit. I moved quickly, and then I saw her, a woman, standing perfectly still at the far end of the hallway. The closer I got, the more wrong it felt. I called out, "Who's there?" The moment I spoke, she was gone, just gone, in less than a second. I let out a shaky breath and kept walking toward the exit. I was exhausted and hungry. I wasn't paying close attention anymore, but something made me stop. The street outside was completely empty. At that hour, there were always people around. Vendors, commuters, someone, always. But tonight, nothing. Not a single soul. Fear started pressing into my chest. I kept my eyes down and walked faster. I was almost home when I noticed something on the ground. A shadow, stretching toward me, even though no one around. Slowly, I looked up, and there she was, walking ahead of me. She moved like every step caused her pain. As I got closer, I could see her more clearly. Torn, filthy clothes, hands and feet twisted out of shape, hair hanging in tangled knots. Something deep in my stomach told me to stay away. I stopped walking. I couldn't go any closer. Couldn't even bring myself to walk past her. Then, she stopped too. Slowly turned her head toward me and said, "Have you seen my daughter?" I froze. My mind went completely blank. Fear had taken over everything. Without thinking, I raised my hand and pointed far down the road. "Over there." She stared in the direction I pointed. Then she turned away and began limping forward, farther and farther, until she disappeared into the dark. I was terrified she'd come back, so I ran, as hard and as fast as I could. All I could think was, find someone, find a car, find anyone, just get help. And then, from somewhere far behind me in the dark, I heard her voice. "She's here." After that, I don't remember anything. When I woke up, I was lying in my bed. My neighbor had found me unconscious in the road and carried me home. Later, he told me something that made my blood run cold. Back in 1998, there was a woman named Agatha. She was 32 years old. She had a 10-year-old daughter who went to Eden Hill School. One afternoon, while playing with her friends, the little girl had an accident, and she didn't survive. Agatha was destroyed by the loss. She never accepted it, never moved on. Not long after, people started reporting sightings. A woman wandering around Eden Hill School late at night, searching the streets, calling out, looking for her daughter. People say that even now, Agatha's spirit still roams those grounds, still searching, still hoping that somewhere out there, her little girl is waiting. And maybe that night, she thought I knew where to find her.